It's the holiday season. We're very close to Christmas. We've got rollover this week. And I know a lot of traders are kind of winding down for the holidays. Maybe they're trading on sim, maybe they're not trading at all. So I thought we'd do something a little bit lighter today and look at some you might be a degen if moments. Some of these are real from my trading. Some of them are from real people in the Discord group or in the comment sections on my videos over the past few months. And some of them are somewhat made up, but I'm sure they happen. And I have one more $150,000 standard account from Humble Futures to give away. If you want to win that, just let me know in the description and maybe include your best slash worst degen moment. Okay, so first one. You might be a degen if your credit card statement shows the same handful of names: Apex Trader Funding, Top Step, Take Profit Trader, whatever prop firm. If your statement is just basically all prop firm names, you are probably a degen. You might be a degen if your email inbox has 5 separate account violated notifications before noon. I hate these emails. These are the worst emails to get when you blow a funded account and then it's like the prop firm is rubbing it in, sending you your notification that you lost your account. I don't think we need these emails, guys. You might be a degen if you spend more time staring at your P&L than you do the actual candles on your chart. You might be a degen if you tell your spouse you're spending 4 hours a day in the office trying to get caught up on some big work project, but actually you're just glued to the 1-minute chart trying to make back your losses from yesterday. You might be a degen if your husband wants to have a joint bank account instead of having everything separate, and the only reason you don't do it is because you don't want him to see all of those prop firm charges on your credit card. You might be a degen if you lost your husband's new garage fund on a single trade, and then he had to take the account away from you. But you found prop firms, so you got to keep going. You might be a degen if you are genuinely annoyed when people give you gift cards instead of the cash you asked for Christmas because you wanted to buy more prop firm evals. You might be a degen if your wife is in for surgery and you set up a trading station in the hospital waiting room and go about your business for the day. This is a real example from someone in the Discord. I thought he came in and said, like, "Is this a problem?" And I said, "No, it's not. I don't think so," because, like, you're probably stressed out about your wife being in surgery, and I think, like, trading's gonna take your mind off of that. And, like, really, what else are you gonna do in that situation? Like, just sit there being stressed out or worrying all day, or, maybe work on improving your trading. You might be a degen if your dog wakes you up in the middle of the night and instead of going back to sleep, you decide to start trading. Again, another real story from the Discord. I woke up and saw this one in the morning and I read the first part and I thought, like, "Oh no, this is going to be horrible. There's no way that this could have possibly gone well for him." But it did. He actually stayed up in the middle of the night, started trading, and passed his eval, and I think made money on another account as well. So, degen behavior, probably, but it seems like he took good trades and it worked out. And some of us were definitely jealous that, we didn't wake up to a past eval. You might be a degen if you take $100,000 out of your 401k during COVID to trade it and lose it all. This is another true story from someone in the Discord group, but I just want to add on to this one that I think he's pretty much made all the money back that he's lost on trading. He is extremely close to profitability and he's super disciplined. I don't think he's had one day since the Discord started where he hasn't followed his rules. And I see his trades. He looks for just like these precision entries and he's very disciplined about waiting for them and not jumping in ahead of time, which is tough. Yeah, so he's very disciplined. He's doing great. But this was like, I read this in his introduction and it was just like, It just seemed like such a crazy degen thing to do that I had to put it in here. But now he's super disciplined and doing really well. So, inspiration for all of us that if we're doing these crazy degen things, that we really can turn it around and stop being degens. You might be a degen if your wife finally issued the ultimatum, it's me or trading, and you're divorced now. This is not from someone in the Discord group. This is someone from the YouTube comments. I'm not sure. It was a while ago. I don't remember exactly what's the video about? I think maybe it was about like when you should quit trading. Yeah, I think it was talking about when you should quit trading. And one of the things were if it's straining your relationship. So, like if it's putting too much strain on your marriage. And then another one was if you're going into debt. Anyways, this one guy came in the comments and said, like, okay, well, it's, cost me a divorce and I'm in a ton of debt, but I'm still trading, and some laughing emojis. So, he wasn't really depressed about it or anything. It's not funny actually, but it kind of is. And I'm sure there were other reasons for the divorce. It probably wasn't just trading. So if you see this, I hope you're doing well right now. And I hope you've chipped away at some of that debt and maybe you're on the way to consistent profitability in your trading. You might be a degen if you struggle so much with sticking to your rules that you need to start a whole YouTube channel and post videos every day in hopes that the public shame and accountability will finally be the thing that helps you stick to your freaking plan for once. This was a bit frustrating for me today for sure, but I guess I'm working on accepting that sometimes you're going to miss trades and you just need to not get angry about it. And if you are angry about it, make sure that you're calmed down and you're over it if you're going to go back to the charts. So my first trade that set up here had a 37-point stop and a 40 and a 74-point target. The only reason for me not to take this trade was just that I didn't like that 37-point stop. Even though I had sized down to 2 micros, I should have been a perfectly reasonable trade for me to take, but I just wasn't comfortable with it. So I decided I'm going to wait for something with a smaller stop. That happened. And unfortunately, I missed that trade. That trade would have been pretty ideal for me because it was a 20-point stop, 40-point profit target, and obviously it won. I was doing something in Discord. I was trying to get in the voice chat room. Somebody was live streaming their trades, and I just, wanted to pop in and talk to him for a few minutes, and it wasn't working. And I think in the time that I was working on figuring that out, this trade set up and it was gone. So that's fine. And then this one annoyed me a bit. The third time it set up, I was out getting my car started because I had to take my son to nursery school and it's pretty cold here. So it's, start the car for 10 or 15 minutes before we go so it's not freezing. When I came back to the office, I saw I missed that. At that point, I just was like, okay, I'm going to leave the office and then I'll take my son to nursery school and I'll come back and look at the charts and see if anything might be setting up at that time. So I missed the other ones as well. So I missed that entire move. This before probably, I'm sure in the past I would have FOMO'd into something there, like at some point in this down move, and it might have been right at the bottom of it where I would have said, F it, like I don't want to miss any more of this. I got to get in on it. I didn't do that. So for me, that's a bit of a win for sure. When I got back from driving him, my trade that I took over there was setting up. I did watch for a little while after I got back, so I didn't get back and just like jump into something, which is good because that's definitely something I've struggled with in the past. This trade, I was looking for the prior day low to hold up as support. And then once we got that consolidation, broke the consolidation, I was looking for a price to retest the highs of the consolidation and then to get long there on a signal candle. And then also the EMAs were aligning with it on the 1 minute and the 2 minute. My entry was a little bit late, so it wasn't perfect, but whatever. I held for the full target, 41 points. So happy with that. If I can consistently get that 30 to 50 points a day and keep my losing days at, 20 20 to 30 points, then I'm good. I'm happy with that. And that's really kind of what the focus is on just really on the long term and then staying calm when I'm in the trades. I was calm in this trade today because I only had the 2 micros. So thank you, Pro Rip Rider, for that suggestion this weekend. It really helped. I didn't want to size down. I liked going over to this eval where I had, $2,000 of drawdown. So I felt like, oh, good, I can size up a bit. It's an eval. I can be more aggressive with it. Um, but I'm really, really trying not to focus on the targets. I'm just like, I don't know exactly where my P&L is at now because I can't check until Friday. Um, so I'm just trying to focus on building the habits and the consistency that will actually get me where I want to go eventually. But it's hard. It's hard not to start looking at the P&L. It's hard not to start feeling like, if I'm trading 2 micros, this is just going to take forever. But I know that it's what I need to do. I know it's the right thing to do. And I said it to him in Discord the other day when he's like, he looked at my previous charts and like I wrote out from Friday's chart, like I was stressed. My heart rate was up as soon as I was in the trade, whatever I was thinking and feeling through the trade. And I think I took it off a bit early. Of course, it then went to hit the full target. I didn't get the full target. Then he just said like, I think you need to just size down to 2 micros on it, and then you can hold the trades and relax and let them hit the target. And I said, like, I hate this. Like, I hate the idea of sizing down to 2 micros, but I know you're right. So I'm going to do it. I've learned in this YouTube thing that when somebody gives me advice and I feel like shit, like I know you're right, I know that's what I should do, that I have to just do it. Like, I think a lot of the times we know what the thing is we have to do. And it's just like, I think the ego and the targets and the deadlines and wanting to make money, wanting to get a payout. My Take Profit Trader account is, I'm not trading it. It's on life support, but, so there's no payouts. Like I'm not working towards any payouts right now. And that's kind of hard to be like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, I hope you liked the video. If you want to win that account, give me your Degen story in the comments, and I will give that away later this week. That's a $150,000 standard account from Humble Futures. They do have the intraday trailing drawdown and consistency rules in the funded and no trade of 8. So if those are deal breakers for you, then still share your Degen story because I enjoy them, but just don't tell me that you want the account. All right, I will see you back later this week.